Is death the end, or just the beginning? For millennia, humanity has grappled with this profound question, seeking answers in the whispers of faith, the depths of philosophy, and the flashes of mystical experience. Today, we journey into two contrasting worlds of belief, Christian mysticism and Buddhism, each offering a unique vision of what lies beyond the veil. Join us, and perhaps you'll discover a new perspective on the greatest mystery of all. This innate human curiosity has fueled countless beliefs, philosophies, and spiritual traditions, each offering its own unique perspective on the mysteries of the afterlife. Today, we embark on a journey to explore two such traditions, each rich in wisdom and insight, Christian mysticism and Buddhism. Our exploration isn't about declaring one belief system superior to another. Instead, it's an invitation to open your mind to the diverse tapestry of human thought, to appreciate the beauty and complexity of different spiritual paths. By delving into these contrasting perspectives, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our place in the universe, and the enduring human quest for meaning. But before we begin, let's acknowledge the inherent mystery surrounding the afterlife. The interpretations we'll explore are just that, interpretations, attempts to grasp a reality that transcends our ordinary understanding. The afterlife remains a realm shrouded in wonder, a frontier that continues to beckon us with its enigmatic allure. Welcome back, wisdom seekers. Brian here with Forgotten Wisdom. There have been some great discussions on the last episode, the secret link between Zen Buddhism and Christian mysticism. It is fascinating some of the information people have provided. Socrates once said, "True wisdom is knowing we know nothing." In the Bible, St. Paul stated, "If any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet, as he ought to know." The Buddha also said, "Believe nothing on the faith of traditions, even though they have been held in honor for many generations and in diverse places." So then, why do we believe what we believe? Is it because our parents were Christians or Buddhists? Or is it because we just need something to hold on to and we don't know any better? There is so much anger, hatred, and rage throughout our planet, but yet religion seems to continue growing. So why isn't there more peace then? I truly believe there is a heaven here on earth where we all can coexist peacefully, even though we don't agree with each other's beliefs. I think that deep down underneath our being is a peaceful soul that has the answers to each individual's questions and knows only love. Now, let's step into the world of Christian mysticism, where the concepts of heaven and hell paint a vivid picture of the afterlife. Christian mysticism, a journey towards divine union. Growing up as a Christian, I had a thirst for spiritual truth, but the more I went to the local church, the more I found myself asking questions that could not be answered. I was told to just have faith and trust in Jesus. This seems to be the answer to all our problems. But yet suicides still seem to be increasing. Depression, anxiety, and human suffering has not went away for those who think they truly believe. I just lost a dear friend a while ago to a suicide, and he had so much to live for. He was a successful business owner, he had a loving family, and he went regularly to church. But we don't know the problems each individual is carrying around with them. Something happened to my friend, and I will never know what would drive someone to this point in their life. We don't talk about our problems. We just deal with them. Or we take a pill instead of doing any inner work to emotionally and spiritually heal. I personally have had my own problems, and I read the Bible on a regular basis and have always believed in a God and the esoteric teachings of the Christ. But living as an adult in this fast-paced materialistic world we live in, I started burning out, and I started struggling with anxiety and panic attacks. I suffered from a pinched sciatic nerve, and I was in a lot of pain, which eventually led to depression. I tried different prescriptions the doctor recommended, but they all made me feel like it was just a band-aid to the root of my problems. So, I searched for holistic ways to heal without the pharmaceuticals. Somehow, I was drawn to a verse in the Bible that truly changed my life in so many ways. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Psalms 1.2 and 1.3. So that is exactly what I did. I meditated day and night. This was very difficult because my mind was full of so much chatter, that I could not hear the sweet whispers of my very own soul. Eventually, I was able to bring to the surface my problems and then let them go. At some point, something very mystical happened to me that was very similar to what St. John of the Cross talked about in his book, The Dark Night of the Soul, which I will go into this on a deeper note in a later episode. It has been over 10 years and I have not had a single panic attack. I am happier, my immune system has been boosted, and I have no more sciatic pain in my back. I feel like I have a deeper connection with something underneath this physical body. Call it God, the divine, my soul, Christ, Buddha. This is something that is not taught in our Christian church, is meditation and mindfulness, even though it is mentioned in the Bible. Because it is about having a deep-rooted spiritual connection with our long-lost soul. And when we don't, we start creating our own hell, which leads to the manifestation of dis-ease. St. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20, "What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit which are God's." Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine a realm bathed in radiant light, overflowing with a love so profound it transcends all earthly understanding, a place where joy resonates through every fiber of your being, and peace reigns supreme, untouched by the sorrows and anxieties of this world. This is the vision of heaven offered by Christian mysticism, a tradition that invites us to embark on a transformative journey towards divine union. In the heart of Christian mysticism, heaven is not merely a reward for good deeds, a destination reached after a life well lived. It's a state of being, a profound union with God, a homecoming to our true spiritual essence. It's a merging with the divine source, a dissolution of the ego into the boundless ocean of love that is God. Christian mystics, through lives dedicated to prayer, contemplation, and selfless service, have sought to experience this union, to glimpse the heavenly realm while still bound to their earthly forms. They describe encounters with the divine that leave them breathless with awe, filled with an ecstatic love that words can scarcely capture. Saint Teresa of Avila, a renowned mystic and doctor of the Church, eloquently described this union. The soul, in thus searching for its God, feels so keenly its own lowliness and the grandeur of its Lord that the comparison fills it with shame and casts it down. Her words reveal the humbling realization of our own limitations in the face of the infinite majesty of God. Yet, this realization is not one of despair, but rather a stepping stone towards deeper intimacy with the divine. St. John of the Cross, another towering figure in Christian mysticism, spoke of the dark night of the soul, a period of spiritual purification necessary for attaining true union with God. In this nakedness, the spirit finds its quietude and rest, for coveting nothing, nothing wearies it when it has it not, and nothing oppresses it when it has it. This dark night is not a descent into despair, but a shedding of attachments, a stripping away of the ego's illusions, so that the soul can stand naked before God, ready to receive the divine embrace. Through their writings and teachings, these mystics illuminate the path towards divine union. They speak of the transformative power of prayer, the necessity of self-surrender, and the ultimate fulfillment found in losing oneself in the love of God. But Christian mysticism doesn't shy away from the darker aspects of the afterlife. It acknowledges the reality of hell, not as a place of eternal torment inflicted by a vengeful God, but as the natural consequence of rejecting divine love, of choosing separation from the source of all being. Hell, in this context, is the experience of profound emptiness, the agonizing isolation of a soul cut off from the light of God. It's a state of spiritual exile, a self-imposed imprisonment in the darkness of ego and separation. Yet, even in the face of this stark reality, Christian mysticism offers a message of hope and redemption. Through faith in Jesus Christ and acceptance of His grace, believers find assurance of salvation, a path towards healing and reconciliation with the divine. It's a message of love that transcends even the darkest depths of human experience, a testament to the boundless mercy of God. It's an invitation to turn away from the shadows of separation and embrace the light of divine love, to embark on the journey towards ultimate union with the source of all being. So, as we contemplate the Christian mystical vision of the afterlife, let us be inspired by the words of these great mystics. their lives dedicated to the pursuit of divine union. Let us reflect on their experiences, their insights, and their unwavering faith in the transformative power of God's love. And as we continue our exploration of different afterlife perspectives, let us carry with us this message of hope and redemption, this invitation to embark on our own journey towards the divine, towards the ultimate fulfillment that awaits us in the embrace of God. Now, let's shift our focus to the East, where Buddhism offers a radically different perspective on the afterlife, rooted in the concepts of rebirth and karma. Buddhism, the cycle of rebirth and the path to nirvana. Imagine existence as a vast, flowing river, carrying us through countless lifetimes, each one shaped by the currents of our actions and intentions. This is the Buddhist concept of samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth that binds all beings to the endless flow of existence. Unlike the linear journey towards a final destination envisioned in Christian mysticism, Buddhism presents a cyclical view of life. We are not born once to live a single life and then face ultimate judgment. Instead, we are reborn again and again, each life a new chapter in an ongoing story that stretches back into the mists of time and extends indefinitely into the future. This continuous cycle is driven by karma, the law of cause and effect. Every action, thought, and intention creates a ripple in the fabric of existence, shaping not only our present reality, but also the circumstances of our future lives. As the Buddha himself taught, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. If a man speaks or acts with an evil thought, pain follows him, as the wheel follows the foot of the ox that draws the carriage. Our actions, like seeds sown in the fertile ground of karma, bear fruit in future lives. Positive actions, rooted in kindness, compassion, and wisdom, lead to favorable rebirths, while negative actions, driven by greed, hatred, and delusion, result in suffering and challenging circumstances. But the ultimate goal in Buddhism is not to endlessly cycle through rebirths, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. It is to transcend this cycle altogether, to break free from the currents of samsara and attain nirvana. Nirvana is often misunderstood as a heavenly realm, a paradise where we go after death. But it is not a place, it is a state of being, a profound transformation of consciousness characterized by peace, freedom from suffering, and the cessation of craving and attachment. Nirvana is the realization of our true nature, the awakening to the impermanence of all things and the interconnectedness of all beings. It is the extinguishing of the fires of greed, hatred, and delusion, the liberation from the illusion of a separate self. The path to nirvana is not a passive one. It requires active engagement in the practice of the Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha. It involves cultivating mindfulness, developing wisdom, and living ethically, guided by principles of compassion and non-harming. As the Buddha taught in the Dhammapada, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Through meditation, we learn to quiet the mind, to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, and to cultivate a deep sense of presence and awareness. Through ethical conduct, we purify our actions, creating positive karma and fostering harmony in our relationships with others. And through the development of wisdom, we gain insight into the true nature of reality, recognizing the impermanence of all things and the interconnectedness of all beings. The journey towards nirvana is a gradual one, a process of continuous learning and growth. It may take countless lifetimes to fully realize this ultimate goal, but every step we take in the direction of wisdom and compassion brings us closer to liberation. As we contemplate the Buddhist vision of the afterlife, let us be inspired by the teachings of the Buddha and the wisdom of ancient Buddhist masters. Let us reflect on the profound implications of karma and rebirth and the transformative potential of the path to nirvana. And as we continue our exploration of different afterlife perspectives, let us carry with us this understanding of the cyclical nature of existence, the importance of ethical living, and the ultimate possibility of liberation from suffering. Comparing perspectives, heaven, hell, and rebirth. Now that we've explored the unique visions of the afterlife presented by Christian mysticism and Buddhism, let's delve deeper into their points of convergence and divergence. By examining these contrasting perspectives side by side, we can gain a richer understanding of the human longing for meaning, the diverse ways we grapple with mortality, and the profound questions that lie at the heart of our existence. Points of convergence: moral accountability. Both traditions emphasize the importance of moral conduct and the consequences of our actions. Whether it's the Christian belief in divine judgment or the Buddhist law of karma, both systems underscore the idea that our choices have repercussions, shaping not only our present lives, but also our future destinies. This shared emphasis on ethical living encourages followers to cultivate virtues such as compassion, kindness, and selflessness. Transcendence. Both traditions point towards a state of transcendence, a liberation from the limitations and suffering of earthly existence. In Christian mysticism, this transcendence is found in union with God, a merging with the divine source of all being. In Buddhism, it is nirvana, a state of profound peace and liberation from the cycle of rebirth. While the nature of this transcendence differs, both traditions offer a vision of ultimate fulfillment, a release from the constraints of the ego and the illusion of separation. Mystical experience. Both Christian and Buddhist traditions recognize the significance of mystical experiences in deepening spiritual understanding and providing glimpses of the afterlife. Christian mystics speak of encounters with God, visions of heaven, and the transformative power of divine grace. Buddhist practitioners describe experiences of enlightenment, glimpses of nirvana, and a profound sense of interconnectedness with all beings. These experiences, though deeply personal and often ineffable, serve as powerful confirmations of the reality of the spiritual realm and the possibility of transcendence. Points of divergence: linear versus cyclical. Perhaps the most fundamental difference lies in the nature of the afterlife journey. Christianity presents a linear path, a one-time life, followed by eternal reward or punishment in heaven or hell. Buddhism, on the other hand, envisions a cyclical journey of rebirth, where we continuously evolve through countless lifetimes until we achieve liberation. This difference reflects contrasting views on the nature of time, the self, and the ultimate goal of spiritual practice. Individual versus collective. Christian mysticism often emphasizes the individual's relationship with God, their personal salvation, and their unique journey towards divine union. Buddhism, while acknowledging the importance of individual practice, also highlights the interconnectedness of all beings and the collective nature of enlightenment. This difference manifests in varying approaches to spiritual practice, with Christianity often focusing on personal prayer and devotion, while Buddhism emphasizes meditation, mindfulness, and compassion towards all beings. The nature of the afterlife. The specific descriptions of the afterlife also differ significantly. Heaven in Christian mysticism is often depicted as a realm of radiant light, filled with angels and saints, where the soul experiences eternal bliss in the presence of God. Hell is portrayed as a place of darkness and suffering, the consequence of separation from the divine. In Buddhism, nirvana is not a place but a state of being, characterized by peace, freedom from suffering, and the cessation of craving and attachment. There is no concept of eternal punishment. Instead, suffering is seen as a natural consequence of our actions, a temporary state that can be overcome through spiritual practice. The significance of these differences. These differences are not merely academic distinctions. They have profound implications for how followers live their lives, approach ethical dilemmas, and understand their place in the universe. Christian mysticism, with its emphasis on individual salvation and divine judgment, can foster a sense of personal responsibility and a deep connection with God. Buddhism, with its focus on karma, rebirth, and interconnectedness, can cultivate compassion, mindfulness, and a deep appreciation for the impermanence of all things. By understanding these contrasting perspectives, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity of human spiritual expression and the richness of our collective search for meaning. We can learn from each tradition, drawing inspiration from their unique insights and applying their wisdom to our own lives. Beyond comparison, embracing the mystery. Ultimately, both Christian mysticism and Buddhism acknowledge the limitations of human language and understanding when it comes to grasping the true nature of the afterlife. As we delve deeper into these traditions, we encounter a sense of mystery, a recognition that the ultimate reality transcends our conceptual frameworks. Perhaps the most valuable lesson we can take from this comparison is the importance of humility and open-mindedness. Rather than clinging to rigid beliefs, we can embrace the unknown with curiosity and wonder, allowing ourselves to be transformed by the journey itself. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the afterlife, let us remember that the true journey is not about reaching a final destination, but about the unfolding of our own understanding, the deepening of our compassion, and the awakening to the interconnectedness of all beings. As we conclude our exploration, we're left with a sense of awe and wonder. The afterlife remains a mystery, a realm that defies easy categorization. But by engaging with these diverse perspectives, we can expand our understanding, challenge our assumptions, and deepen our appreciation for the human search for meaning. Perhaps you find resonance with the promise of heaven, the cycle of rebirth, or maybe a different vision altogether. Whatever your beliefs, we hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to explore the depths of your own spiritual understanding. What are your thoughts? We'd love to hear your reflections on this fascinating topic. Do you lean towards a particular belief system? Have you had personal experiences that have shaped your understanding of the afterlife? Share your thoughts, insights, and questions in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation together. And if you enjoyed this exploration, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on spirituality, philosophy, and the search for meaning. Keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep exploring the mysteries of existence. Stay tuned for the next episode on Christ and Buddha consciousness. Be well and soulful, my friends.